you know what? That's so retarded.
Welcome to the next generation so far. This is Arcana, Fury, and Frost, and we are here again sitting with Arcana Heart, and this is episode 2. Now, today we're going to be talking about advanced mechanics, how to use meter, extend force, homing cancelling, guard crush, and basically
all sorts of other stuff like that, basically.
Yeah. So all the advanced techniques just to get the edge on your opponent.
Yeah, so let's start.
Let's go.
So yeah, the first thing we should do is start about meet the meter bar and more advanced aspects of the meter bar. I'm gonna pick Catherine and you're gonna pick Cameron. It doesn't really matter who you pick. And can you pick steel and I'll pick wind. Oh well, metal actually. It's metal. I don't know why I keep calling it steel.
It's I don't know. It's got Orichalcus as the random metal dragon, steel dragon, whatever.
Is there any other dragons in this game?
No.
No, but this one has a huge freaking blue-eyed white dragon beam. So you tell me.
It actually does look like blue-eyed white dragon.
It's like blue-eyed white dragon.
I'm literate. Oh no, enough of that. Yeah, alright. Right, so we got the meter bar, and the meter bar is at the bottom left. As we said before, the meter bar regenerates itself after you super. Right. In this game, to build meter, you can only build meter if the meter is full. So right now, no, my meter is full. So if I hit you, or you start blocking, block. Don't know if you see it, but it builds meter. Yeah, builds meter. If so I'm gonna. If it's not full and you try to build meter, it doesn't build. It just doesn't build any at all.
Just think of it as there's a sort of max value for the actual meter. So the max value is the meter you're building, and there's a sort of regen value to pull it back to be able to use supers and
Question: are you able to, by doing like attacks on block or on hit, does that regenerate? Does that increase the region of the meter faster?
We can find out. So just the block low. Alright, so let's see. No, it doesn't. In fact, it pauses it. That's only because of hit stop. Well, don't worry about hit stop for now. Alright, so you got that way to build meter. You can block attacks to build meter. You can get hit to build meter, and you can attack. Get your attacks blocked to build meter, or with attacks. So from far away, I don't know if you can see, my attacks aren't hitting, but the meter is building very slowly. Yeah, that happens in this game. However, it's so slow you cannot base your game around it. So you can't have like it's Sean in second impact. Just you know what I mean? Doing that, he's got 3 bars. It's like time to fight. You can't do that.
The only possible exception is probably this Arcana Steel, to which you actually have to pull back and charge to actually get some meter, because she doesn't.
Yeah, getting hit actually gives you meter.
Getting hit, but it's not as much as
you generate meter with metal by blocking.
Yeah, so start blocking. We're blocking, and then if you hit me, if steel hits, you notice it doesn't gain any meter. Every Arcana has a different way of building meter. Well, actually, they all build meter in the same way, but they have different values for building meter. For example, Tyr is very good at building meter in general. It builds and builds meter in general. And steel, as you see, cannot build meter by attacking. Other exceptions are also like punishment, where punishment cannot build meter by blocking or getting hit. So with punishment, you have to be in the offensive. Another thing to note about the super meter is a cooldown time. Now, after you do a super, there's a small amount of time before it starts charging again. So not low. Right. It doesn't recharge straight away, but it recharges quite fast after. Then, if you depending on how you use your meter, the cooldown is different. So for example, if I'll go chip it out, run away, really fast. Right, look how long it takes for it to start charging up again. Yeah, you see, it's quite a long time. It changes per super. Go get hit, please. It's annoying.
Oh yeah, Chip Gold goodness.
The cooldown changes depending on what move you use to use it in the first place. So good moves, good supers like Petra's recharge, Chibigawa takes a long time, and that's about it for the meter bar anyway. The next thing to take note about is extend force. Now, I remember we were talking about the force gauge on the top left. It's flashing blue right now. Right, extend force applies an effect to your character. That effect is different for each Arcana. Now, to do an extend force, it's A, B, and C at the same time. So it's 1, 2, 3. Bang. So yeah, the background changes, your character glows. Your character moves faster, for one. And if you notice, you move faster in that mode. So you get a 15% speed increase. All your moves are faster. You can chain moves backwards in the air. So for example, I'm going to launch you to the air. Go. That's the C into B. You can do CA, for example. You do it. Yeah, because you can chain in any direction when you get into extend force. And wait, you get speed boost. All your normals do chip damage.
Normals do chip damage?
In that mode. They only do 100, but block.
Oh wow.
Yeah, only in extend force. So talking about Arcana's Arcana specific effects in extend force. Win, for example, allows your character to air dash cancel the moves. Okay, you need to stand for that to work. Like that. Metal upgrades Metal's moves. Kind of hard to explain, kind of hard to show.
Yeah. Actually, you cannot show it.
Right, that's level 1 daggers. Extend force. Two daggers. Level 2 daggers. Yeah, silver.
As you notice, the silver do more damage as well. So.
Yeah, that's extend force. Another thing about extend force is you can cancel moves into extend force. So,
kind of like the hungry cancel, but without sacrificing the meter. So in ways, combining the force gauge and the Arcana gauge together ends up being some of the most damaging combos in the game, and the most efficient way of actually playing meter and keeping always meter at handy for. So.
Yeah, because like I said before, you need to keep your meter at max for it to build. So for example, I've got this amount of meter. If you want to do a combo, well, yeah, basically it's a cancel and it doesn't cost meter. Now about cancelling moves on the ground. Oops. About cancelling moves on the ground with extend force, you can only do it if a move has been hit or blocked. So block, bang, then you get extend force. It just completely cuts all recovery, and it only works with some moves. For example, this cannonball here can't be extend force at all, so it just doesn't work. And that's about it for extend force.
I have a question.
What's that?
When someone's in guard cancelling state, guard cancel forward, when you've got the shield, are you able to extend force cancel if you clash off that? If you clash off that?
I'm going to explain that in guard cancel because that one is really specific. But you can. It will be a neutral extend force.
Yeah, one thing we've got to mention is that if you neutral extend force, it actually lasts longer than if you actually do a cancel. So if you notice right now, it actually isn't lasting that long. It actually lasts quite a while. But if I actually do it in the middle of the combo, so the rate is actually going out a lot higher.
It also recovers slower.
Yeah, it recovers much slower.
It also recovers slower.
Always keep that in mind for what Arcana you're using and what character you're using.
Oh, and if you neutral extend force, there's an animation where you can't move.
Yeah, there's recovery on that. So.
The next thing is guard cancelling, and what's good for me? Yeah, this is perfectly fine actually. Guard cancelling in this game is when you press 4D, or 60 in the middle of block stun. Now, as you can see, it takes 1 bar and it makes her backdash. Now, when she does that, she has invincibility. So, guard cancel the first A attack, and I'll do a B attack when you see her invincibility. Bang! It just goes right through. These guard cancels are really good for getting out of pressure because you can cancel them into specials. So, for example, you want to do a charge up thing that you used to do.
What do you mean charge up thing?
Shing!
What's ka-shing?
Oh, that's the health sacrifice.
Oh, the health sacrifice.
Yeah. Right. Do your thing. So you can cancel backdashes into specials. So he's going to show it to now. Bam. That will help get you out of pressure. Now against Catherine, you do it. Just attack me. she can cancel into her lariat. You have forward guard cancel now. Just kill me, quickly. Now forward guard cancel doesn't give you this. It gives you the invincibility still. It gives it in another way. You stay on the ground for one, and another thing is that it creates this gigantic yellow clashing shield. So you're crap, man. You have to low block, by the way. Yeah. Now that has clash frames. You just have to believe me on that. It has clash frames. It
we'll try it.
It has clash frames and invincibility frames. You can also cancel that into, special. So cancel it to Euromon or more. That's fine.
Any special.
Yeah, and it's pretty good for getting out of pressure. You need to stay away.
No, I blinked once and all of a sudden.
Another thing is you can do this in the air as well. So you jump in the air and just jump into it. Yeah, you can do it in the air as well. Yeah, that's good for getting out of, because it has invincibility frames. It's good for getting air unblockable such as that. That's air unblockable. So I'm gonna do 2A into it, and you just guard cancel when you see it.
Wouldn't you guard cancel backwards?
Forwards or backwards will work.
Yeah.
Because both of them have invincibility frames. So jump into me again. I'll show you. You have to like jump a bit forward.
I jump.
Well, basically you just need to time it.
I think it's because due to her that. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it just stops these unblockable setups that you'll see. So let's change character. I'll show you a character that a lot of people will find online, and has this problem is quite big online. Where's Eco?
Can I take it from here? No, because I like find this echo.
You're a proper sadist, like.
Yeah.
It's Eco. Let's beat up Eco. Great.
You're being like Kaz, the man.
It's Mr. ABC Super.
Can't be BC Superman.
BC.
ABC. That's
Hey, press the button, man.
There she is.
So yeah, so we got backwards homing and guard cancel. Now guard cancel is good for, like I said, getting out of air and blocking. So jump in the air. I want to jab into castle. Yeah. Oh man, that jab is so crap.
Try a standing jab.
Wait. That was a standing jab.
Was it?
That's a standing jab, yeah. Alright, let me try that.
That's
Back dash. Yeah, now get you out. Now, normally, that super is air unblockable, it's uncashable, and yeah, it hits, and it locks you. You can get out of that using backwards guard cancel or forwards guard cancel. Let's try the forwards guard cancel now. Okay, well, get back. Let's wait for Amir to come out. So go again. Let's do it forwards, yeah?
I keep using.
It's just reactions, isn't it? Every time you see super.
yeah. See that Disney man.
No man. Look, you have to actually like come on, control yourself, right? You stay on that side, right? Go.
There we go.
See, you just go right through. That's very good for getting out of like Echo's castle. Well, it's just an example of how you could use that guard cancel. Now that guard cancel is useful against all characters, and anyone who wants to do unblockable, so like downies for example. Yeah, that's really it on guard cancelling. You can cancel guard cancels into specials. It's got invincibility frames, and yeah, that's about it. It's got cash frames as well. All right. Another thing we're gonna go over is homing cancel. Homing cancel is a very big part of this game. It's the only way to do combos on most characters without using excellent force. So for this, I'll pick Catherine. You pick whatever you want.
I'm going to pick. I'm going to boring.
Nah, man.
Yeah, that's too boring. Love making everyone accept their feelings.
You know what I mean?
You just take it. Anything from heart, you just take it.
It's like, you know what I showed you? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, and after this, we're gonna be friends.
Exactly. That's the thing about friends. And Leonard's like, no, he's not that.
So homing cancelling is when you cancel moves into homing. I think we said it in the last video. how useful is it? Well, very, very useful. Alright, now, for Win, oh no, not for Win, for Catherine, she can't really combo without using extend force or any moves. So, like, this here is a launch. Now, you just can't do anything after it. It just, look. Whoa.
Random Arcana Blaze!
You see it come out of rocket launcher this thing. But yeah, like, what you can do is you home and cancel the 2B into a move. So, yeah, as you can see there. To do that, you just press the D button and the direction you want to home and cancel in. A lot of the time you want to do forward D. If you press forward D, you can cancel your homing straight away into an attack. We're not doing it very well, but I'll show you what I mean. If you press, yeah, like that, that's forward D, and that will, you know, you can cancel it into your move straight away. And that's pretty much it for homing cancelling actually. Another way is like neutral homing. Neutral homing is good for catching people. Wait, don't block. Just follows them.
It's always the best to actually do it for after the air launch or something like that. It's the maximum potential combo, and it's really quite easy to combo as well. So yeah, that's the usual way to do it.
The next one is properties on homing in general. For this, we're going to change character again.
Yeah. Just to show you that every character has sort of different homing speeds and homing boosts. So he's going to use Frost is going to use one of the faster homing boosts, and
pick Kira.
I think Fiona or Kira would be good for this.
Kira's the slowest.
Kira's slowest.
Definitely.
All right. Well, every character in this game has sort of different boost speeds. So what we mean by homing boost is when you actually hit the D, the homing button, more times than usual. So you can like smash it 3 times, 2 times, whatever, and it increases the speed of your boost exponentially. So we're going to show you what we mean.
The thing is that pressing the button multiple times doesn't actually increase the speed more. It just means it just retains that speed. So so this is a classic homing. This is standard homing. Yeah, that's just the D button by itself. Right? For example, can you see that Karis is very fast, just normal? It's quite fast, you know? Do it with Kira. It's a lot slower.
No, it's not much slower.
If you press it again, it actually speeds it up. So like that, it gives you that little boost of speed. So trying to, yeah, it gives you that little boost. It's not that you can't see it very well with Kira. Another thing is that you can boost in a direction. So I'm gonna boost upwards. Can you see that? And you can boost down. You get the idea. You can boost in like directions. You can't boost. I think the only direction you can't boost is back, because it just like
it sort of neutral.
It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Basically, you can cancel that boost into an attack to fling your character in a direction. So yeah, just sit down right there, please. You see, you got the homing. Yeah, that's homing. That's a homing boost. If you cancel it into an attack and say a direction, or you don't need a direction, just cancel into an attack, it will fling your character really quickly across the screen. So just stay there right there. Watch this.
So that was a throw.
Yeah, that's
that was a C, that was an A. But as you notice, it literally turns this game into some sort of crazy Dragon Ball crap. So
it's actually faster than Dragon Ball.
It's actually faster than any Dragon Ball game. It's like, what the hell just happened? Well, as you can tell, the best thing to do when doing this sort of thing is to actually preview a normal before you arrive. So basically, the high level of this game is not really about combo. It's not really it's about sort of predicting where you reach your opponents in the air or on the ground or otherwise, and timing your normal accordingly to get that first hit. So yeah.
Another thing about this homing boost, and a good way of using homing boost. So I'm gonna go to the corner and sit there. Sit right now.
Sit there.
Okay. Another thing about homing boost is that in this game you can jump over people in this game and land in the corner. So you could do cross-ups with homing boost. Like for example, if I'm over here, watch this.
Never think the corner's safe because it isn't.
I mean, you can use homing boost in that way. I mean, you can do it from like really close to the ground as well. I mean, like, well, okay, moving on.
It's interesting how you made that button width before you hit the ground.
Well, yeah.
But definitely, this sort of thing, it definitely takes a lot of practice to actually get right all the time. Eventually, you'll be doing it sort of just by muscle memory, because you're getting really used to the game. And obviously, against every other character, you have different sort of boosting speeds. you will have to learn the natural chord. But that's what makes this game so fun for me, is literally having to learn the natural as well.
Another thing about homing, if you want to practice homing properly, you want to be doing I'll show you like my stick, or real stick. Like, screw it, I'm not gonna do that. Right. The D button, you want the inputs for this is gonna be D, then wait a bit, D again, and then press the button after. But you have to do it really quickly, so it's like that. So that I did there was actually 2 buttons, and I did like that in one click, so like that. If you did it right, if you use the D and the A button, you should get a throw. So
yeah, so the best way to think about it is to press the D button and then press what we like to call pianoing on a stick. So basically, it's like pressing 2 buttons in sequence. So like one to that really quickly. So it'll be D, then DA or D whatever. Or
D and D, C,
anything.
Yeah,
anything you want. Throw, any normal super.
Yeah, I mean, like, this game can get really hectic.
Yeah, and here's a moment sometimes you actually are concentrating so hard. Yeah. But yeah, Dragon Ball eat your heart out.
Alright. The next one is, I guess, well, I freaking love that. The next one is going to be about Guard Crush. Now, in this game, E attacks could be charged. I didn't say that before, but you can charge E attacks, and they cause whatever each Arcana has a specific effect tied to your charged E attack.
Look, it's like Bleach.
What is that? What was that from?
It's from Koji, but Kanoji.
I don't watch crap anime, so.
The thing is, recently I can't exactly argue.
So block for a moment. What's about Guard Crush? Guard Crush is when these E attacks, when fully charged, break your guard. So bang. See that? At the bottom right, you see that there's a little waggle stick thingy. If you get guard broken in this game, you need to waggle the stick before your opponent kind of comes up to get you. So if you don't, they get a combo. Now, there's 2 types of Guard Crush. You have a Guard Crush that launches you upwards and a Guard Crush that launches you forward. So if I do a forwards one, you need to break out before you touch the wall. If you don't break out before you touch the wall, bang, you slam into the wall, you can't tear it, and I'll get the combo. That's impossible at that range. But yeah, like, yeah, that's how you get out of the Guard Crush. If you get hit while you're trying to waggle, also that'll be the end of your Guard Crush state. In the corner, Guard Crush may seem like it's pretty much unavoidable. Unfortunately, fortunately rather, that's not the case. If you are in the corner and someone wants to do this to you, yeah, you can backwards homing it. So try it. Yeah.
Might just be a case of.
I think you need to like get switch sticks for a bit. So what you do, just do standing Ian. I'm crap as well, man. See that?
But it's really tight with Kira.
It's just tight with everybody.
That's how
It's tight with everybody. It's quite tight, but you can get around it. And now we're talking about Clash. Clash, the person to explain. Oh, Kira actually, because she's got 110 Clash frames and a massive crit.
Yep.
Clash in this game is when
moves come out of the same active frame, would it be?
Because then that means they just trade.
Would be trade.
Well, in this game you have Clash frames, so let's just jump into me and press the A button.
So when
that happens, you see the Clash of Lightning? When that happens, a clash happens, and once that happens, both players may input another attack, and it will come out instantly.
Yeah.
Well, not instantly, but like it will start at that exact moment.
Although you can't hit the same button you clashed with, so you actually have to press another button unless you jump cancel. So
no, unless you're in the air. It's in the air you can actually do A. Like, let's go into the air. I'm just gonna mash you and mash A. Got man. See that? In the air, you can press the same button. On the ground, you can't. So in 1, 2, 3, go. You have to cancel into another move. because of this, you know, certain characters can do stuff like Clash. You know what I mean?
Oh, that actually clashed with the grab as well.
No, that's a specific grab.
Yeah, that's
I'm crap with Kira. But you can do stuff like that. With Clash.
720 Soviet damage.
Why you have to change your words for the very last word for, man? That's
Now I have to wait till the last moment. Niggle damage.
damage. But yeah, like that's Clash basically. Clash puts both players at a neutral position, so anything they do at that moment would be considered neutral. So for example, if I do a Clash, if I do C, enter XM Force. Oh man, crap. You do XM Force. Once we Clash. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Well, you actually just can't.
don't try again.
Well, you can backwards only. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you notice, it didn't take any bar. It's because you're at a neutral state, so yeah, it counts as a neutral.
Try again, so see if I can try and see force.
1, 2, 3. No, you hit me. I've got it now anyway. 1, 2, 3. No, you can't. You can't extend force. You can jump though. You can jump. You can block, and that's basically Clash, really. Clash is good against characters that have like one hit, long recovery moves, or just slow normals in general, like Mizuna. Clashing is very good against Mizuna. And that's about it for all advanced mechanics actually. So yeah.
So cool.
If you have any questions you want to ask me, just leave them in comments or at the email address that's going to be here.
Around here again.
I guess so.
Yep. Or here.
Kira's, Catherine is bare sick.
Alright, cool. Next episode.
Next
what
episode, we're going to be going over some character-specific strategies. Or
And
go over a couple of
also
others.
Arcanas as well. Just as
Arcanas and character-specific strategies, yeah?
So
probably the best.
I'm going to cover 3 or 4 characters. Guys, let us know which characters you want us to cover, and we'll soon show you have the expertise to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll hopefully be able to enlighten. So yeah, thank you for watching.
Cool. Catch you later.
See ya. Yeah, man.